does it cost? If I wanted to go from Teterboro, New Jersey to London, how much would that cost? If I want to bring my friends Melissa and Tyler.
Yeah, so there's a lot of variables that go into it. The type of plane, the age of the plane,
G5,
and the routing,
baby.
of
Let's
course.
go big.
Yeah, we're looking 8,500 to 9,500 per hour for round trip pricing. So
wait,
do
no,
the math.
hold on, Brad. Per hour, $9,000 per hour.
Correct. And so we're looking at somewhere between 150 to 175,000 for the round trip. Correct.
Have you ever sent planes with people in them, obviously? Have they been chartered to go to places like Africa where there might be a security threat? Have you been to any locations, in other words, where there would have to be a backup jet waiting in the wings, so to speak?
Absolutely. So we're looking at actually two different questions. And I think a real critical analysis here is to unpack what is time and efficiency and schedule from what is safety. And so what a backup airplane is mostly used for is to provide redundancy in the event of a mechanical on that aircraft. Security issues are also very important. I'm on the board of Gavin DeBecker and Associates, which is a large security firm. And security protocols don't necessarily require a backup airplane, but they do require various, redundancies, protocols that tend not to interfere with the aviation.
So let's get to the bottom line here. I mean, there's a lot of harumphing about Mr. Immelt's use of a chase jet, whether it was owned by General Electric or one that he hired to have on site or nearby in case there was a security problem. I am hearing you say, just as I heard our other guest say on his broken up signal, that this does not really shock you to hear that on limited occasions there was a second jet ready to go if something happened with the first one or there was a security threat that needed to be addressed. I got you right?
I'm going to be very clear. I think this is a board and a CEO discussion about his or her schedule. And if there are events, whether they're a merger, an acquisition, a speech, a client meeting that requires no risk at all, then the prudent thing to do would be to have backup travel. And if you happen to be in a location where commercial travel either isn't available or is not deemed to be safe, per the guidelines of the board, then obviously the right thing to do would be to have backup options.
Robert, sorry, go ahead.
Please, no,
Robert, I was thinking, listen, here's the thing. I understand what Brad is saying about security. I get that. Now, you could make the argument, could you not, that most CEOs are unrecognizable to the general public. Is it that big of a risk or a hardship? And I know what the boards say, you got to go private. If God forbid, the G5 has got a flat tire, that I'm going to have to hop on a United in first class. Is that that big of a security risk, for Pete's sakes?
Well, Brian, it depends on the country. There are certain areas that are crucial. They know that the CEO is going to be entering that country, and it's imperative to have that kind of security. I mean, and you're right. Are there backup plans that are secondary? Can you have other aircraft available? All those things are possible. You don't always need a follow plane, but there are certain circumstances in certain parts of the world where it would be recommended, but it's rare.
But in those instances, would a CEO of a Dow company even be going to an area that risky?
Good point. Intelligence first, right? So many times we talk the CEO out of going to those countries, and they don't even, when you need a second plane, you have to think twice about the trip.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.